onward and upward. I don't need your applause. It's the God Opulent LDTV. Blessed Sunday to my comrades. Opulent LDTV. Here for a short time, not a long time. I'm outside, y'all. I'm outside. Feels good out here, y'all. Y'all hear the nature? I know y'all hear that shit, but whew, let me get my breath. So anyways, I came out here. Oh, first off, if you're new here, smash the like button. Smash the sub button. Stay connected. And if you feel a way about anything I say and you dislike anything, hit that unlike button. But by any means, go ahead and engage. That's the whole point. Me, I don't wait for people to get into my chat to cook up, so let's go. Anyway, most of y'all that know did the 4K, no, I'm sorry, the 5K yesterday down here in Miami, downtown Miami. Oh man, what a hell of an experience. What a hell of an experience, y'all. It was great. Tons of people out there. The energy was great. Again, while I'm live, y'all gonna hear cars going back and forth. My street I live on it's off the main street, but it's still busy. But yeah, had the 5K yesterday. Energy was great. For those that looked at my IG, you seen the sun out there shining here and there. Man, it was a great time, great experience. That was my first 5K ever in my life. When I did track back in school and shit, I was a sprinter. You know, I didn't really like running long distances. So as a man, as an adult, like I said, I used to do a lot of miles back in the COVID, before COVID hit. I used to do like 50, 60 miles every month. And then I just stopped because, like I said, everybody was just, pretty much the whole world was on pause. We didn't know what was going on. So me per se, just more or less just enjoy my family and everything like that. So now it just feels good to kind of like get back into it somewhat. I'm never going to be running that many miles ever again. Like 5Ks is the highest I'm going to go. I'm never going to run a half marathon. I'm never going to run a full marathon. That's just something I just don't want to do. So a 5K is perfect for me. But the thing with running a 5K, that's where a lot of, even I could call myself, I'm a noob, right? I'm a noob. That means I'm new to it. That's a word that, the youngsters use, noob. So I'm a noob. I'm new to it, to 5K. So, but not just me. There's a tons of people who are usually new to running 5K, so they don't know runner's etiquette. Etiquette is that if you're running, you're on the right side, and if you want to walk, you're on the left side. And so you have people that are walking 4 across. So me running my first 5K, I'm feeling good. I'm listening to my jams. I got Boosie coming through. I got UGK coming through, and I realized that, man, I'm using a lot of my energy just trying to dodge motherfuckers. You there with strollers, wheelchairs, kids who are, they're not there. They don't really care about big brother or sister. They just chilling. So I'm jamming. I'm like, man, I just didn't really, for some reason, that slipped my mind that for the most part of my time out there that I was gonna be dodging motherfuckers, but that was just part of the game. So I know next year, because I will be running the next year, I definitely know what to do now. I know exactly what to expect now since actually being out there. Again, it's very different from people telling you versus actually experiencing it for yourself. So I know what to do. Yes, I'm still gonna have to dodge people, but I'm not gonna do it to the level that I was doing it yesterday at all. And so let me tell y'all the my preparation up until the 5K. It was horrible, man. Oh, let me see. Big Sis Quickie, what's happening? Appreciate you sliding through. Yeah, my preparation for the 5K was horrible, y'all. I gotta take accountability for that. But sometimes it's weird. I like to punish myself in these type of instances. So let me tell you this. I was eating Whoppers the day before the fucking 5K. I ate 2 Whoppers and one of those big fishes. I love big fishes. I love big fish and I love Whoppers. So I had 2 Whoppers. Then the day before that, I had like some Wendy's. So me knowing what I'm up against, I knew it's coming. Like I said, I've been talking to y'all about this 5K for, you know, damn near 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And my preparation was horrible. And I can admit this shit. My legs, when I got out there, I stretched like a motherfucker, but you just can't make up for what you're really putting in your system. Yeah, you can get away with it to a certain extent, but again, running 3 miles, 3.1 miles, it gonna fuck with you. And like I said, I'm a sprinter, so I can get from here to there quick as fuck. But long, but the thing is that I did more running than actually walking. So even for my age group, 40s, I did great. I did great for my age group. And so that's all that matters. That's what matters the most, man. And the biggest thing is that I completed the motherfucker. So yeah, it was a great time, man. A great family time. That's just a great event for family time with the wife. I mean, we didn't stay together. How we played it, it was like everybody for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I did end up crossing before them, but hey, I'm a man, and at the end of the day, I'm still an athlete, regardless of how far removed, how horrible my diet may be. Still get the fucking moving. As just a natural athlete, so it is what it is. Let's see who's in the chat. Big says, quick, we rolling. Quick says, spicy chicken sandwich with cheese from Wendy's. Man, that's my thing. My jam from Wendy's is the double. That's my jam. I love the double doubles. Shit's is fire. Skills from New Orleans. Skills from New Orleans. Appreciate you, brother, for sliding through. Quickly says, that's still good. I'm glad you did it, though. Yeah, it was a hell of an experience. And so, I just got so inspired. Like I always talk about, man, we got to move our bodies. You're not old at all. Being old is just a state of mind anyway. So, I got to be what I preach. I can't just say something and not do it. That ain't what men do. Men don't just say something and don't do it. So I got so inspired by yesterday. I'm like, you know what, man, I'm going to run up and down my block. I'm going to start. I used to do it a lot, and then I just stopped. So I decided today, my legs is sore as shit. But I got up today and ran down my block and, ran to the main street and ran back. That's damn near a mile. So I ran a mile. So that's why I decided, I'm like, man, I'm already out here outside, man. Let me go ahead and hop on a live and just talk to the people. Why not, man? Why not? Today is Sunday. I know pretty soon we got knockout on an OGKC coming up soon, so make sure y'all check that out. But yeah, when you running, man, it's just the thing. So yeah, eating those burgers and eating, my diet being fucked up like that, it was definitely a downfall. So, cause like when I run, I like to breathe through my nose. I don't like to breathe through my mouth. And so, but it was such a challenge breathing through my nose because I got all this like phlegm and shit coming up from my own actions of eating habits as far as leading up to this. But again, man, I'm happy I did it. I did well, regardless of my time, or I'm not there. My whole goal at the end of the day is not. I'm not there to be first. What matters most is completing that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I got one of my cousins. Well, I call him my cousin. He's fam. He does half marathons and shit like that. He's like, man, the time don't matter. What matters is that you fucking. Cause I was telling him, I'm like, man, I definitely wasn't the fastest, but hey, I finished that hoe. That's what I told him. He's like, man, that's all that matters. You finished that bitch. That's all that matters. So also, it's like your body weight plays into it too, because you got to think. There's people who are running who are, let's say, maybe a buck 05. Somebody that's like a buck 05. They're carrying just a buck 05 the whole time. And if me, I'm like 215. So I'm carrying 215 the whole fucking time. Like, so shit. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, put that on top of my eating habits leading up. I didn't do myself any type of help or justice at all. So, but like I said, sometimes I like to punish myself like that. I did sprint like one at one point, but it's crazy because you had some people out there cheating. They was like kind of crossing areas where they wasn't supposed to cross. But the thing is, this is a kicker though. They cheated, but on our numbers, on the back of our numbers, there was like a, what do you call that? There was pretty much like a kind of like a tag symbol. There was like I don't know what you call that shit, but there was something on the back of the number that picks up when you really cross over certain areas on the track. And so, for those who tried to cheat, like their tag just never computed to certain destinations that they were supposed to cross being a runner. So they pretty much fucked up their time. Yes, they maybe finished a little faster. Some finished a lot faster, but then when they got their numbers, a lot of it was just fucked up because of their own decision. Again, it's their decision to cheat, thinking that they're trying to show off and get time. Like, man, why you out there trying to? I mean, like I said, to each his own. You can be out there getting the time and focus on the time and shit, but why be focused on your time and cheat? Why not just go ahead and do the whole thing? That's what integrity is, though. But people like to show off for Instagram and shit like that, social media, make like they're doing some shit fast, all types of bullshit like that. But it is what it is, man. Yeah, they try to cheat in the 5K, sis. Hell yeah. It's like, dang. It's like, and I was surprised at how, like, my wife told me that. She was like, yeah, you're gonna see some people cheating. But I was surprised by the amount of people that was cheating. That's what I was surprised. I'm like, damn, okay. But I just stayed the course and completed that whole, yeah, since I did defeat that bitch. But again, so yeah, like, again, I was so inspired. I got up today. I'm like, man, let me make this just part of my workout plan. It's just great to get my heart rate up, and that's what running does. It gets my heart rate up. So I'm gonna make sure I Saturday, Sunday. So let me get this. I'm most likely gonna be going Saturday and Sunday. Sunday is pretty much, this is the start of the next week anyway. We already in the next week. So I'm gonna most likely make Saturday, Sunday a live day. We'll see, man. We'll see how I feel. But man, let's get into what I came here to talk about, man. Shit. So Egypt Criss got fucking flatlined yesterday. And I must say that this was the worst knockout in women's history. First off, let me say, like, how the hell? Hold on, let me. What's this? She said, folks try to get it over and everything. Yeah, folks try to get over and everything. There's. See, that's lame. It's definitely lame as hell. So Egypt Criss. I don't know who did the matchmaking in this shit. Like, It appears to have been her debut. It appears to have been her pro debut. I didn't watch it. All I did, I caught the highlights of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I was chilling with my family and shit, but I caught the highlights. Who the fuck matched her with a 2-time Olympic gold medalist? That was a fucking setup from the start. Like, how do you? It's her debut. Why they did it like that? Big sis Queequee, she says, I seen that knockout. At first, I didn't think it was real. Me neither. Because, we got to deal with AI today. We got to deal with AI. And you really got to look at shit because how real it looks. And what made me really think it was fake, the way, like, how the hell do you allow somebody to hit you with 3 lefts like that? Like in a row? Like, before you block. So that just shows me, like, at the end of the day, she's new. And then the kicker is that's Tretch and Peppa's daughter. That's who that is. So I'm like, damn. But it's just interesting to see her get her not knocked off like that. Her block knocked off like that. I'm like, damn. So, and she's a singer too. She got skills as far as singing. She's legit. But yeah, she's no match for Jay Jones. So Jay Jones adds one of the greatest highlight reels of her career to her portfolio. Yeah. But also I heard that as I seen a video maybe 2 weeks ago of Egypt Criss, she was calling out that old girl Krayshawn. Who's her baby daddy again? That West Coast dude. I forgot his name. Blue, some shit, Baby Blue, whatever the hell that nigga name is. Yeah, I was like, dang. That's crazy. Again, if you're new here, smash the like button, smash the sub button, or if you're feeling the way, as always, smash the unlike button. Right, no defense at all? Yeah, no defense. You could have at least blocked one of those. Like, there's no way you land somebody. And so I posted on Twitter, I'm like, I love poking fun at Devin Haney and a lot of their fanboys. So I was like, Devin Haney was triggered. So I put like one of those screaming gifs. It's like, that's how fucking Devin Haney reacted to that whole situation. Because that nigga, he got hit with them lefts too from Ryan. But yeah, it was, man. So yes, she most likely can beat Krayshawn because Krayshawn, she ain't, to my knowledge, she ain't got no real boxing skills. But there's just levels to it. We know there's levels to it. Fighting a 2-time Olympic gold medalist should never be anybody's first fight. It shouldn't be anybody's first debut at all. So everybody did her a disservice. Her whole team did her a disservice. There's no fucking way she should have been in that fight. I hope I hope there wasn't no real damage. Because again, 3 straight fucking lefts. Damn, poor chick. Jay Gibson, appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you sliding through. What's going on? Hope you having a blessed Sunday. She's training with Tank's team. Krayshawn gonna be good as... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, I didn't know that, sis Quee. I didn't know that. Damn. Uh-oh. And then adding on to the fact that she's very vulnerable now for what happened to her. She's very vulnerable now. And she may be punch drunk now after that. Man. But also, as we know, man, you could train with the greatest person. What matters is how you gonna put them punches together when you get in that bitch too. Is she gonna follow instructions? We see a lot of the top, guys, they don't follow instructions and they end up getting their ass whooped. So, yes, Krishan, she's gonna get the top-notch training, but is she gonna be able to execute what's being told to her? Because we already know Tank's team is gonna give her a solid game plan. So we're already right now, if that fight happens, if Krishan lose, it's gonna be because of most likely what is the word I'm looking for? Experience and just not listening to her corner. So those two things right there are gonna play a big role. Her experience, her lack of experience. I mean, at this point, it's only up for Egypt. It's only up for her because that's the worst that can happen to you in a boxing ring. So, not saying she's gonna go in there just fighting fearless or anything, but once you're at the bottom, the only way is up. That's my point in the whole situation. Big Sis quickly said, I seen a short with them in the ring. She's a hell of an athlete, though. Might want to check her out. Oh, you talking about? Yeah, I know Krishan. I know she was a track star herself as a young. See, before she got with that lame rapper, man, she was so beautiful and seemed so focused and healthy. And it's sad how you see women who appear, like I said, I don't know her personality or anything, but she seemed to be a well-to-do young lady, get with these losers, and these losers just kind of suck the life out of them, get them focused on different drugs and shit, you know what I'm saying? And so it's sad. Because it appeared that she was so skilled at what she was doing as far as track that she could have really went somewhere with it, you know? She could have really went somewhere. We could have really been seeing her as one of these athletes out here. But meat be making a lot of women weak. And get that stroke. That stroke. Man, that shit. That stroke could do a woman in, man. So, you know, these dudes know what they be doing. I'm telling you, the brokest ones, they practice they stroke. You know, that's what all they work on. To hook a chick, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna get her at this. I ain't got shit else to offer. Yeah. No, man, but yeah, I'm happy to see Krishan. She appears to be shaking back from old boy. It seemed like she's finally out of old boy's spell. We're gonna see, man, but it was just I know they had like their little reality show and shit, and I was turned off by that shit. Like, I don't watch baddies and shit. Like, I know a lot of them, you know what I'm saying? But I don't like watching that type shit no more. That shit is, get me. I do watch a lot of ignorant shit, but shit like that, where it's just on TV and they just, like, I watch it on IG and shit sometimes, but I'm talking about like fights and shit. I watch it on IG here and there, don't get me wrong, or Facebook, but I can't get tuned into those baddie shows or nothing. All they do is just fight. There's nothing productive in those shows. That's the thing. Nothing productive, no uplifting at all. It's all about pretty much showing ass and twerking and fighting. Nah, I'm cool on that. Big Sis Quickly said, it don't be that good anyways. Jay Gibbs said, gotcha, B. Chappelle voice. Blessings, OG Yoda. Appreciate you sliding through. Yeah, man, it's sad. But like I said, I'm happy to see Krishan shaking back. But what's next for Egypt? I mean, Egypt Criss, again, she's the daughter of legendary Tretch and Pepper from Salt and Pepper. So I know they were in attendance. They had to be in attendance. I know for sure maybe Pepper was in attendance. I don't know about Tretch, but I know that had to have been horrific to watch their daughter get knocked out like that. That shit was just, again, that was madness. That was madness. I hate that for her, but she signed up for it. And at the end of the day, she still got paid for it. You know what I'm saying? Still got paid for it. Yeah, back to the drawing board, Big Sis Quickie says, and train for real this time. Yeah, you got to lock in. I think this is the most empathy I've ever felt for like a knockout, in all honesty. Like, I was just like, damn, like, why not just pick up, all you got to do is just pick up that fucking hand. Just, like, what are you doing? But she looked tired as hell too. But this is the thing, this was the second round. Was she gassed in the second round already? Again, hey, this was her debut, to my knowledge. OG Yoda said she need to take them gloves off and rock the mic. Hey, she can sing her ass off. She can sing her ass off. So maybe that's her calling. But in all honesty, I do want to see her. I want to see her bounce back. She definitely needs to stay in the ring, because if she quits now after what happened to her, this is gonna be what everybody really remembers her for. And I'm big on people continuing, not stopping. Continue the journey. Everything is a lesson, really. Even in quote unquote defeat, there's a lesson there for her. Maybe she wasn't taking this as serious as she was letting us to believe that she was. So hopefully she can truly lock in and fall in love with it. Of course, we see that some people just don't have the skills for it. She could be one of those, but who knows? Who knows what this defeat can really unlock within her? You know what I'm saying? Because, again, I just know firsthand that we all got what we really need. Is all within. You know what I'm saying? If you can seek within, you're going to find everything you need in life. She need to really get within herself and find that power to continue on and really lock in and do her thing. But that's just a hell of a fucking knockout. Like, I'm like, as soon as I see that, I'm like, yup, this is the worst knockout in women's history. I've never seen nothing like that. I ain't never seen no shit like that. I know Clarissa wish she can deliver something like that. But definitely Jade Jones, props to her in that victory. Shit. She damn near a star now in a sense of just her last performance. We're going to see what she can do. Some other ones, and that's that though. But Pepper was probably most likely crying. I can see her crying. I can see Tretch. He seemed like a real mellow cat. I mean, of course, he wasn't happy to see his baby get knocked out like that, but he seemed to be a person. I feel like Tretch, and this is me growing up with, Tretch, he seems, of course, he was wild before, but him seeing Pac, what happened to Pac and shit, he seems to have a lot of emotional intelligence, especially in today's days. So he probably was just like, damn. I mean, yeah, he was sad for his baby, but I can't see him really wilding out in the audience or nothing like that either. So, but however they reacted, hey, it's warranted. So I ain't mad at it. But man, nature is talking out here, man. One thing I realized is that you never really get peace and quiet, because even, like, say within your household, even if your household is quiet, nature is very loud, and nature is always singing, making beautiful music. So yeah, I need to get out here and really kind of close my eyes and listen to nature. Nature be singing a beautiful song. But yeah, okay, let's hop into this next topic I got. I get up out of here. You know me, I'm here for a short time, not a long time at all. Yeah, it looks like your boy King T.I.'s son got his TikTok banned. So he was on there talking about 50 Cent's mom. And on TikTok, there's trigger words and shit. There's trigger words, things. I think he was talking about the death. He said some shit about the. I don't. He didn't say he needed to dig her up. He said something related to her death. I can't even paraphrase what he said. I forgot already. But got his ass banned off of TikTok. Why is that a big issue? It's a big issue because TikTok is pretty much his main income. Like, his music ain't doing shit. His music sucks. I mean, of course, I'm sure he probably getting some money from his dad, but as far as himself, TikTok is where that was his bread and butter. So it's a big deal. And as we see, just as far as like the little beef going on between T.I., you see the diabolical thing that 50 has done. He has put a line in the new theme song dedicated for Tiny and T.I., and we know that shit's gonna get played forever, for however that series is going on for. So again, we know 50 is playing chess, not checkers with these niggas, man. I hate to see it though. Like I said, I'm a supporter of T.I. I'ma still rock with his music regardless. And we know the what the fuck is that? Oh, my bad, y'all. Yeah, we know 50's putting together a Diddy like documentary of T.I. and Tip. So I hate to see it, man. I'm gonna watch the shit though. I ain't gonna cap. Like I said, I got my ignorant ways. I'll watch it. Not that I care about what's going on in that bedroom. It's just I just want to see the skeletons that these motherfuckers be trying to act like they so perfect about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it, man. Like, why do these wild shit and potentially drug and let me just say great women when you know the shit's gonna come to light. Everything done in the dark is gonna come to light eventually. Like, why? Why do motherfuckers do this shit? It's crazy. But rumor has it that King is claiming that 50 got his shit banned, got his TikTok page banned. But hey, man, you wanted to war, you wanted to jump out there, this is what happens. Nah, you should have known that somebody's gonna play with your income. You maybe just thought you were just too above it. We see King, he seems to be a super arrogant little dude that you can't tell him nothing. You can't tell him nothing. His parents can't even tell him nothing, as we seen in the show. Like, I actually watched the reality show that they had. You can't tell this little nigga nothing, man. It's like, even smacking him, I don't even think after smacking him that's gonna work. He just one of them lost cause ass niggas, man. Like, he trying to be so street, trying to be so hard. Just a straight goofy, man. Big Sis Quickie says, I don't have to talk. I don't have TikTok. I already have too much social media on my phone anyway. I feel you. It's just like, fuck all that. Dumb Shields. Not MVP, but she's the quote. Man, I don't even want to go on Shields, man. I got love for Shields, but she is emotionally intelligent lacking. Let me just say, I'm going to leave it there. OG Yoda said they need to stop the goofy shit. Jay Gibbs said every box in Atlanta. I'm like, damn. Damn. So we already know what 50's gonna do. He's gonna do interviews with, they say there's like 20 of them. They say there's like 20 women who got a story to tell. Hey, Quee, they like, I mean, it's not the same, but they got something to say, Quee. They got something to say. These women got something to say. And so we already know how they do it. They gonna zoom in on them, and they gonna play that sad music behind them. And I don't know if this motherfucker gonna come out on Netflix as well. We gonna see though. Big Sis Quee say, I'm watching it. so someone could talk about it. OG Yoda, I swear you was 100% factual. He looks like Ice-T. He looks like Ice-T and Tiny's baby. That's who look like they the parents. All reactive actions, Big Sis Quee says, instead of using that brain he has. Yep. Oh, he dropping a doc on them. Yep. That doc is gonna be a heavy doc. Again, I feel like 50 Cent. I feel like he's not. At the end of the day, that's his mom. Regardless of if his mom dying at an early age or not. I'm sure, he's been through enough in his life to where it doesn't bother him that much, but that's still his mother that you talking about at the end of the day. And so he got to make an example out of that motherfucker. So that's just what it is at this point, I feel. We knew this was coming. We knew this was coming. This is no surprise. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's so hype off. What King was saying online and shit. And pointing, that type shit, man. That don't mean shit at the end of the day. Like I said, King can't do nothing to distract what 50's doing as far as business-wise. And it appears that possibly and allegedly that 50 was able to stop his bread and butter income, which was TikTok. So, hey. But there was a video I had. There's a video of King talking to another streamer trying to potentially get his page back on there because of what he said, and the streamer just had no answers for the boy. You know what I'm saying? So his channel is definitely down. That's not alleged. What's alleged is who took him down. Was it 50? We don't know. It possibly could be 50 though. Big Sis Quickie says T.I. said he had some women speaking on 50 as well. It's gone far enough, man. Are they gonna really want to step out there and talk about 50? Are they? Are they really locked in with T.I. like that? That's what I'm saying as far as like the power of influence. 50's power of influence is way bigger than T.I.'s. Even though, like I said, I'm a T.I. supporter, there's just levels to it. That's why when you really think about it, the verses never made sense anyway, because they're just on two different levels. And then I heard last night that T.I. is talking about, I never wanted the verses with him anyway. Well, bro, you lying, because we heard you say that you reached out to him before and you said that you're going to jump out there first and then for him to jump out there. And so you told us that pretty much you're mad that he's not a man of his word, that he's reneging on what y'all talked about behind the scenes. So yeah, T.I. now he's starting to lie and shit. It's like, bro, he know this is bad business. He's realizing that there's levels. And so he's trying to backtrack. And like I said in my last live, he's doing a lot of damage control, going on every motherfucking podcast he can to talk about it. OG Yoda said, yeah, that's the whispers on the street. Either way, it's gone too far. Documentaries have nothing to do with verses. Yeah, it don't. It has nothing to do with verses. But at this point, it's war. You know what I'm saying? It's beyond a damn verses now. It's fucking war. And there's no rules to war. The only rule to war is who can damage the other one the most. That's the only rule. They win. You know what I'm saying? And so it appears that 50 is already up. I already had 50 up with just how he was dealing with the situation. He wasn't emotional about it. He wasn't out there doing anything radical. I do appreciate King's attempt, but let me say this to you, man. If King was my son, I would have told him not to react to it. Like, boy, you gotta sit back, man. I got this. That's what I would have told him. Like, I don't need y'all help. Because as we know online, just us, dealing with YouTube. Us dealing with YouTube and shit, and just the adversity that we've gone through. And it's like, why is there like 4 or 5 of y'all trying to go at me? Like, am I that fucking powerful? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I am that fucking powerful. You're proving to me how powerful I am by 3 or 4 of y'all trying to come at me on some lame ass shit. You feel me? So that's what it's looking like. It's looking like they're real weak. It's looking like they're real weak. So it's looking bad. That's what's looking bad. It's like you got your kids in there. Like I tell my kids, shut your ass up, sit your ass back. You ain't got shit to do with this. Especially one thing I ain't trying to see is somebody roasting my kid out there. But if a kid jump out there without my authorization, hey man, I'm gonna have to just throw my hands in the air and not care too much about it. hey, hey. Nah, I'm definitely have to still, do my thing. But it's like behind the scenes, like, why the fuck did your little dumbass jump out there and say something? I didn't tell your dumbass, but this is what King does. He probably wouldn't have listened to them anyway. Let's just be honest. He wasn't gonna listen to T.I. Big Sis Quee says exactly. I know, definitely know about that, man. Telling you, you got 3, 4, 5 different motherfuckers. God damn, y'all motherfuckers is trying to come together like Voltron to try to defeat me, and all that shit is nothing. It's like a fucking pebble to a giant. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that feeling as well. Like man, this nigga that me, I power up on shit like that. It's like man, what the y'all, like y'all niggas is this weak? Like y'all niggas is this weak? Like y'all trying to power up? I mean, no, y'all trying to jump me, quote unquote. Like y'all niggas is super weak. That's how I take it. Jay Gibbs says tomorrow, Miss Jackson. That's one of my joints right there. At the end of the day, his mama was brought into it. He felt he had to do something. I can understand it in a sense. I can understand it. But how I perceive the situation, this is how I perceive it. What was said, okay, let me say this. When you really break down what was said or what wasn't said, all 50 did was post a picture of the mom and said, keep my name out of y'all's mouth. And that post was in reaction to the start of T.I.'s campaign trying to smear 50's name about reneging from the verses that he said that was supposed to happen. We know that yes, at the end of the day, it was a jab. It was a jab. So I can't say it's not a jab. But it was also to me, it was like he was fishing. He's fishing for your reaction. And that was a great opportunity, I feel, to not say nothing and leave it be. Like, oh, this nigga trying to start a war. Like I can see. Like, there's certain code words that people use and things they do to try to start it. Like, man, it ain't even no beef like that. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it ain't that deep. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just how I would have played it. Like, me, I'm one of those type guys. I don't care how other motherfuckers view how I do things, because I just try to do things from a higher perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here to be arguing with niggas and shit like that. None of that, especially online. But other than that, I try to get my point across to those who actually listen, to those who actually have a mind, or just put out the truth, or what I know is the truth. But trying to go back and forth, that's just, you ain't gonna win. I mean, y'all seen me. I have entertained some shit like that too. It can be fun though, man. It can be fun. I ain't gonna cap. It can be fun, especially when you just whooping their ass. You like, man, this shit can be fun. I ain't gonna cap, man. So, hey, at the end of the day, I'm not mad at King reacting. For the most part, a lot of people will do it, and I don't hold none to them. All I know is that within war, there's chess and there's checkers. Me, just being as intelligent as I am, I wouldn't have bid on it. That's all I'm saying. But he's allowed to do as he wishes. But also, you have to, after you react like that, you have to lay in the bed of the reaction of how whatever comes with it. And as we see, what's coming with that reaction that King did is not pretty. Big Sis Quee said, hey, my mom was watching some shit on YouTube, so I went off too. Hey, you definitely allowed your reaction to that, you know? You allow your reaction. I ain't mad at that at all. Jay Gibbs says, yes, but in my opinion, 50 did it to himself. Jay Gibb, in your opinion, tell me, like, how did he, like, do it to himself as far as, like, bringing up the mom? I agree. Like, he didn't have to bring up the mom. He could have used a picture of somebody else. So, also, you got to think of, like, it could have been premeditated. Like I said, that's why I'm saying, like, it's premeditated to bait you into a war. Like, 50 knew what he was doing when he posted that picture. He knew the type of reaction that most people are going to jump out there and do. And King gave him the exact reaction that he wanted. So he's like, okay, all right, let me unroll this shit. Technically, I didn't say nothing to her, but all I did was post a picture and tell them to keep my name out their mouth. But they're going to jump to this conclusion, even though a lot of people have posted her picture before and you know, clowned her. But, you know, 50 is somebody that they can gain clout off of. You know, we know T.I., he don't really want no issues with a YN like Kodak Black and none of them. He don't want no smoke with them boys, them young boys that are really crashing out. They like a lot of these YNs, and I say this respectfully in my dub right side voice. A lot of these young Muslims, a lot of these YNs are like Muslims. Like, they'll blow some shit up and die too and won't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? They're like suicide bombers. They don't give a fuck. Jay Gibbs says, King and Damani are young adults. You know what? You're correct. And also, let me say this, that King Damani has been putting out some, I have enjoyed the disses that T.I. has come out with. But also, let me say that I have enjoyed Damani's the most. Damani coming with some shit. I really appreciate Damani's rebuttals. But it's just not going to be enough for this war. This is something else. This is just a different level. So it's going to be interesting to see how this shit plays out. But yeah, your boy been on here for... I mean, I'm cool with being on. I'm going to probably try to stay on 10 more minutes. Quickie said, it's like after you say what you feel you need to say, be done with it. Fuck all them hoe ass niggas. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, you don't have to keep going back and forth at all. But I got that pettiness in me too though, to where I have sometimes, you know, there's always that opportunity, and when the opportunity arises, I'm gonna have to say some shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know what hurts the most is truth. When you spend truth is gonna sting and burn. They gonna burn and sting. I enjoy antagonizing somebody that I don't fuck with. I enjoy that. I you know, that's just in me. This is a flaw in me, y'all. And I'm being vulnerable by admitting this. I love antagonizing somebody who fucked with my respect that I gave them from the jump. So I'm being honest with y'all. I love antagonizing motherfuckers. Cause I know you ain't gonna do shit. You're gonna talk a lot, but you ain't gonna do shit. And if you do come, hey. Big Sis Quee say it's the disappointment of it all. Like, damn, you one of those too? Yeah, yeah. It is disappointing. But a lot of times we see the red flags. We see the red flags, but we bypass them because we be like, man, you know what? I understand that people ain't perfect. I understand that I myself I have some flaws and shit that I'm working on too. So okay, let me kind of like look past that red flag. You know what I'm saying? But then them red flags start adding up. You know what I'm saying? Red flags start looking like like a castle where a castle have a bunch of flags hanging all over the place and shit. You start looking like that. You're like, oh, what the fuck? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? Jay Gibbs says Damani Miss Jackson. This track was the one Force 50 to respond. Man, that shit was hard as hell. That shit was super hard. I'm like, damn, Damani. And you know what? Something else that I seen on online. I mean, I don't care about the man's sexual preference at all, but people keep saying that he's Ti's gay son. I don't know where they getting this shit from, but not that I care. I don't care what the man do in his bedroom, but it's like, who said? I'm like, who said he was gay? I ain't never heard that, but I hear people saying that shit. It's crazy. It's crazy how people will paint like Atlanta. Atlanta is a. I enjoy whenever times I've been to Atlanta. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I just didn't feel that overwhelming fruitiness that a lot of people claim that they feel. I just didn't. Maybe I was just blessed to run into a lot of straight motherfuckers. Also, hey, a lot of motherfuckers do be DL too. But I didn't feel no kind of way. And when we go places, we go all over the place. We don't just stay in one area. We was all over Atlanta. So um, we even rolled past Gucci's old hood. We rolled through there. I mean, we didn't. It wasn't intentional. Let me say that. Let me be clear with y'all. It wasn't intentional. I don't go to any hoods just to hang out. That's just pure stupidity. That's pure stupidity. But before we knew it, we realized like, oh shit, we in East Atlanta. Okay, this is Gucci area. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's that. Speaking of my last relationship, my ex-husband, he thought fat meat wasn't greasy and found out it really is greasy as hell. 50 played with fake D on the radio. Ah, I did see that. I did see that. I did see that. I was like, whoa, what's this about? I wonder what the context of that is. I wonder what that is about. I wonder. But even let me say this: I've been to sex shops and everything. I've been to sex shops plenty of times with with my wife or even just girls in the past and shit, right? I've never picked up a D, one of those things. I've looked, I'm like, damn, what the fuck? Who the fuck is shoving that in them? I've seen, but I've never picked one up. I've never picked one up ever. So, OG Yoda said, that's a tricky place, ATL. I seen it all over in Atlanta. Man, don't get me wrong. I did see them. I seen them. Don't get me wrong, but I felt like it was gonna be. I just felt like it was gonna be. I expected it to be overwhelming. That's what I expected. That's what I expected. And it wasn't overwhelming like how I feel people make it, how I perceive people make it to be. That's my thing. Big Sis Queen, it was some Transformers working at Walmart with box braids at the time. Oh shit. Oh man. I did see a Transformer at every place. During that time I was I was vegan, so we went to what's that black burger vegan place right now? Oh man, Oh man, it just out of my mind, man. I dropped out of my mind. But there's this famous vegan burger place that we went to down over there, and yeah, the Transformers are deep down there. I ain't gonna cap. They deep, but I just felt like it would be overwhelming. Like they just gonna be trying to always just trying to holler or something. I didn't feel none of that, man. I didn't feel that. Not holding no D in my hands except my own. Man, oh, telling you, I ain't never held no. I've been to plenty of sex shops, sex stores. I even went to a sex. What do you call one of those? You know when they come to your city, it's like a sex. Dang, what is the word I'm looking for, man? Y'all help me out. Shit. It's like a sex. What the fuck is the word I'm looking for, y'all? I want to find this word. See. Basically, yes. Thank you, Quee. Damn. Sex convention. Thank you. Shit. I was on the edge of my tongue. Yeah, I went to a sex convention and I met who did I meet? I met back in the day, Rob, what's his name? Rob Jeremy. I know they done charge the hell out of him with some shit now, but I met him back in the day. The sex convention is off the chain though, man. That shit is wild. It was a lot of fun though. But yes, even at those, I didn't play with no D. I ain't touch nothing. Nah. Big Sis Quee said I had to go to one of them for fun. That's 3 5 minute interaction was fun as hell. Pop up. Okay. You was close though, Jay Gibb. Pop up, but yeah, it's convention. Ron Jeremy, thank you. That's the fool's name. Ron Jeremy. Yeah, I met that fool. Man, he was in a line. He was grabbing titties, grabbing ass. And then when I got to I was with my ex chick or whatever, and he didn't grab hers. He knew not to play, but he was grabbing, man. He was grabbing cooch. He was so. I mean, in all honesty, even back in those times, even though those were the early 2000s, that is quote unquote sexual harassment in a sense, to be honest, because like they're not asking to be grabbed, but you are in the setting of a sex convention, so you kind of know what almost can come with that. Not saying that you still gotta ask. It still has to be welcome, but like I said, he was grabbing titties, grabbing ass, he was doing it all. OG Yoda said, I met him in Philly back in the day. Big Sis Squeeze, I can't confirm or deny how I know that. Hell no. Hell no. That's too funny. Is that what happened, Jay Gibb? He was on his Trump shit, and so they started, oh, yeah, he was on his Trump shit, grabbing him by the pussy. He was, man. You can't just be grabbing on women like that, but they, they're laughing and shit, though, so in those instances, I don't believe he could be charged. But in today's climate, imagine how different the climate is from, like, 2002 to just now, man. Like, it's really changed. Like, it's super sensitive now. I'm not saying that I allow that type of, situations to go on. Like, you can't just be grabbing on women. That's just something that, nah, I can't. But oh my goodness, man, I'm gonna have to go to another one. Like, me and the wife gonna have to go to one. I don't know if they come to Miami though. That's the thing. This is the one I went to. Is when I was, of course, still up in Minnesota, man. That shit was dope. I don't know if they come down here, especially nowadays. It's just, like I said, it's just a totally different time today from 2000, 2002, 2003. I mean, even in the 2000s, we had phones and stuff, but it wasn't to the capacity of texting and high quality pictures, video, all on one fucking device. Quigley says, I'm glad I can't stand being groped trying to get to the bathroom. Man. Them early club days, women was harsh. Oh my goodness. Y'all went through a lot, I tell you. Y'all went through a lot. I witnessed it with my own eyes. Y'all went through a lot. Yeah, me too, OG Yoda. Maybe I need to pay more attention to it. But now I am. I'm definitely gonna pay attention to it now. Now it's on my mind. You know what? You know how technology works these days, OG Yoda. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna get a fucking notification or something's gonna pop up on IG talking about sex convention Miami. You know what I'm saying? You know how that shit goes. Once you talk about something, it seems like that shit just pop up out of nowhere. That's probably what's gonna happen now. Quickie says, keep your hands to yourself. I'll swing on folks. Man, very warranted to be swinging on motherfuckers, because a motherfucker got to sneak and grab something real quick, especially in between people. You know what I'm saying? Especially in between people. I've seen it happen time and time again. And then, for the most part, the dude who ends up hit, he didn't even do it. He had nothing to do with it. He's just right there. Like, people be perfecting how the moment they choose to grab something. It's sad. So, just judging off of how clubs were back then, I'm not surprised by how many dudes are into OnlyFans and shit like that. Again, I'm not judging you if you into OnlyFans, but I get it, because a lot of dudes are really scared to really holler at chicks and get at them. So the easiest thing is for them to just lurk on them and watch them in videos and shit like that, and think they're really talking to them through DM, but they're really talking to their pimp or some shit, you know? So it's wild, man. I hit a few, 4 or 5, not just one dude. Damn. We hit everybody in the vicinity, like everybody catching the left or right hook. Jab to the kidney and everything. But yeah, man, it's the sun is up now. Birds in. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get up out of this bitch. I appreciate y'all sliding through, fucking with me. You know, LD is definitely gonna reciprocate as always. That's what I'm here to do. Show love to those who show love to me, as always. And this is the thing, it's natural. It's natural. You shouldn't have to force anybody to show reciprocal love. If they're not showing you reciprocal love, the love just ain't there. That's just what it is. It's just that simple. Again, YouTube is an easy thing. Like, everybody can really shine. Everybody can really thrive if everybody could naturally just show love to everybody. show love to people you fuck with. I'm not saying you got to show love to everybody. You don't have to. You're not obligated. But the love ain't real if you really ain't out there showing love to those people that you got love for, that you claim you got love for. You know, I get it. A lot of people they caught up in these fake ass brotherhoods, and that'd be the downfall of a lot of motherfuckers. Get caught up in these fake ass brotherhoods. wanting to be so close to other meat. That's weird too. Like, why you want to be so close to other meat like that? Got a whole wife in front of you. Got a whole girl in front of you. Yet you want to be so caught up in a fake ass brotherhood. Hell no. Again, I tell you all the time, I'm not into sausage parties. I'm not into them. I do not do sausage parties. I've learned my lessons from, hanging around too many dudes and, just my adolescence of being on some, I can say I was being on some pure stupid shit. And Plus, you just learn so much more from women. Good morning, sir. Yeah, I just learned so much more from women. Why not chill with them? Way less, no, way less drama. I ain't gonna say there's no drama, but there's way less. I'm telling you, a lot of dudes, there's way more drama. I mean, we see it on YouTube, y'all. We see this ain't by accident. This is really how it is. That's why I don't like when people be lying when they be claiming like, oh, YouTube ain't real life. It's an echo of real life because why? Why? You take yourself wherever you go. The way I was in Minnesota is the way I am in Miami. The way I am in Miami is the way I am on the fucking when I go online. Like so like everybody, you take yourself wherever you go. If you lame in your real life, you're gonna be lame online. There's no difference. You're just gonna echo who you are at the core of you. That's what's gonna happen. That's just what it is. So, Big Sis Quee said that question definitely needs to be answered. The fellas are messy as hell on YouTube. The males are messy as hell on YouTube. It's never gonna stop. And again, yes, I did have great times with people back in the day, but I'm happier now with knowing what it really is, I'm very happy now with knowing what it is, knowing that all that shit was fake. Yeah, we had a good time, but that shit was fake. It wasn't really real. So I'd rather know who's really for me than be lost in a group of fake motherfuckers. So again, as I always say, quality over quantity. And I was this way before I even got on YouTube. So it's like I said, I'm just echoing who I am online. It's just that simple. Big Sis Quee, it's a reason why you ain't get a chance to meet me when you came and it had nothing to do with me. Oh man, yo. Speaking of that, I was hot. My wife was hot too. Wife was like, man, what the? She's like, we sitting around waiting. And I'm like, hey, it is what it is. Good thing I have, family down there and shit. But again, I'm like, damn, that shit was disheartening. And then just to wake up the next day and see videos of, I mean, like I said, I seen y'all with the cult members. I'm like, god damn. I'm like, oh, okay. I knew then. I just knew then. I was like, damn. I was like, okay. Okay, damn. Yeah, but the wife is she knows. She know it ain't had nothing to do with you. I feel that she senses that because just as a woman, you're gonna do whatever your man is doing. You know what I'm saying? So it just is what it is. Yeah. So I wish I would have been notified instead, and it would have happened. Oh, for sure. So yeah, well, of course, wife clown the shit out of me. She's like, man, I thought that was your dog. I'm like, hey, sheesh, me too. Damn, me too. But that's the thing with life. You learn, you learn, and you learn. There's a lesson, and then some choose to not learn and keep. It is what it is. Just do. Appreciate you sliding through, bro. How you doing? I definitely hope you're having a blessed Sunday, you and your fam. Definitely appreciate you sliding through. But yeah, I appreciate all y'all, man. No, for real, man. Just with, the adversity that I had and y'all who just never really switched up on me. Again, I don't care if you was cool with the person on the other side who had adversity with me, but the ones who chose a side, like, Y'all the ones who I definitely would never respect again in my life. Especially you chose sides off of a lie. You know, it's really fuck you forever. But I really appreciate y'all who really continue to fuck with me regardless of the bullshit, man. That means a lot, you know. Again, I don't police anybody. I don't like to police people. That's not what I do. I don't police people on who they could be cool with. Be cool with whoever you want to be cool with. But once you start acting funny on me because of that other motherfucker, then again, I'm observing. That's what I do naturally. It's like a gift. Again, I say it's like a gift and a curse. Because once I peep something, it's like I can't see it. I cannot unsee it once I peep it. You know? So I hate that about myself sometimes. I'm like, man, why do I have to be so aware? Just do say caught you live, bro. Ho, everything. Oh, everything's great, brother. Everything is great, man. I'm thankful as fuck. Feeling good as fuck. I just had a little run this morning before I hopped on this live. You know what I'm saying? But again, Just you as well, Joe. You know, like I said, you one of them to always stay down. I don't care who you cool with. I got love for you regardless, man. And it's real love, man. I appreciate that. He says, motherfuckers mad at me for not agreeing with them. It is what it is. It means we really wasn't cool in the first place. Man, disagree, if we can't disagree with each other, then we definitely wasn't cool from the start. Hell no. I'm not looking for anybody to agree with everything that I say. I understand we all have our own minds. Again, my chat is a rest haven for people who think for themselves. Yes, there's going to be some things that we align with, yes. But for the most part, we're going to think for ourselves, and that's the whole point of having a conversation, you know? We can agree and disagree. That's what carries a conversation. We have the conversation, and, okay, why do you feel that way? Okay, why do I feel this way? You know, and I express it, and that's the whole point of what a conversation consists of, you know? But I know I get it. A lot of people, they want you to agree with the lame ass shit they do, and when you don't, you automatically become an enemy. Just says these people on the internet don't know shit about loyalty, fam. It's a lot of fake motherfuckers on this app. Oh hell yeah. And you know me, I'm all about, like I said, man, I'm all about respect. To me, it's respect over everything. I love to give my respect to people, and you know, they hang themselves with it. They just hang themselves with it. You know, you ain't gotta earn nothing from me. I give my respect, and you do with what you do with it. But I'm definitely watching. But who did it? Who did it? Hashtag who did it? But yeah, again, I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart coming to rock with me. I'm about to get up out of here. Again, who's coming up next? I believe OGKQKC and the young OG KO, Knockout Boxing. So I see a lot of y'all in there. Oh man, I'm wishing y'all have a blessed Sunday. Do some good for yourself, man. Oh yeah, I think I'm going to like a little. Oh shit, what the fuck? These birds are scrapping. Damn. These birds are scrapping in the fuck. Oh shit. I see a bird grabbed another bird. Oh shit. Hold up. This is wild. Oh, that's like a. Oh damn, what kind of bird is that? I don't even know what kind of bird it is, but it's a bigger bird. I know that ain't no hawk, but it got a little bird. It's about to eat that motherfucker. Oh shit, I'm watching some real life nature, National Geographic shit going on. Oh, so one bird was hunting, and now he's standing on another bird right now. Damn. Hey, that's nature. Gotta let nature take its course. Man, they scrapping. So one bird was really just hunting. So they were scrapping, but yeah, one was fighting for his life. That's what one of these birds was fighting for his life. But it looked like it it pretty much lost his life. Yeah, this bird is standing tall in it with his claws in his in his back. Oh shit, that's wild. But nah, again, y'all, I appreciate y'all, man. Again, you already know I'm gonna be checking for y'all throughout the week. Come through, rock with y'all. Wishing y'all a blessed Sunday. It's a God Op and the LGTB. Onward and upward. I don't need your applause. And until the next one, I'm gone. Yo, I think it is a hawk. You know what? Let me look at this bitch. I'm gonna try to take a picture of this bitch. All right. I'm gonna try to post it. If I can get a picture, then I'm gonna post it. All right, y'all. Peace. I'm out.